Okay. We live. Ain't nobody watching yet. Can you see us? Are we live?
There's one person watching now.
That's just Tosh.
It's just Tosh. Oh, now there's 3.
Oh, hey. Okay. Heather's watching. This is going to be real good today. I can tell.
There's Marcia. Hi, Marcia.
Marcia. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Heather. Oh, here we go. Caleb has done my tats. Aw, good arson, good guy.
you.
Caleb's okay.
I'm alright.
He's alright. Tolerable at best. So, hey. So we're doing another Ask Us Anything since it seemed to be a pretty big success last time. I think we ended up almost going 2 hours last time.
Yeah, it was a long time.
So we're going to try to keep it around an hour. Hello. So if anybody has any questions about Vintage Karma and who we are and what we do and anything about, just any questions like that, feel free to ask them. So, we just wanted to come on and do it again and...
I was waiting
Thank you.
We're gonna, try to give you guys some updates about some new stuff we're doing in the shop that we think has been, helping us up our game. We're always trying to do new and improvement type stuff for our business and try to push ourselves and make ourselves better artists and make sure our tattoos are hail best. Let's see, can you tattoo on loose skin? Yeah, we could tattoo on loose skin. If, like, for example, if somebody had a weight loss surgery and has looser skin from that, we, have to just stretch more to get the skin tighter. We have to stretch skin, like, with our hands to get it, like, tight like a drum to make the needle get to the appropriate depth to tattoo properly. So yeah, we can tattoo loose skin. Just takes a little bit longer. There's a couple extra considerations we have to do. So that's a good question. Yep. So while we're waiting for some more people to ask questions, looks like we got 14 people watching. So one of the new things that we've been doing since the beginning of the year is we've started using a new product for all our clients' tattoos. Instead of wrapping them up with bandage or saran wrap, we have switched to using, it's called Saniderm or Tegaderm. There's a number of different brand names out there, but kind of the catch-all name is Saniderm for it. I guess that's the biggest brand. And what it is it's like a second skin that we, it only sticks to dry skin, so it doesn't stick to your fresh tattoo, but we kind of leave a little overlap of a couple, like an inch or so around it, so it kind of seals the entire area in, and it keeps everything in, and, because before, like we put the saran wrap on you and you leave, and then like it'd probably like leak out, fluids, plasma, stuff like that after a couple hours. Depending on, where it's at. And, we wanted to try to make the process for healing as safe and clean and easy as possible. And so using this new product has been really successful. We've had to do less touch-ups on tattoos, which is great. You leave it on for 24 hours, and then I think it makes for a lot easier heal for everybody, and it makes the tattoos heal better, makes them look better, and how do you adapt to customers' pain tolerance or inability to sit still? I know you're amazing with Emily. Hi Jeff, yes. Let me just wrap up with the Saniderm real quick. So we're really, that's one thing that we're doing, because, we hear about, what other shops in the area do or are not doing, and we want to make sure that we are at the forefront of the, safest, most effective way of healing. So if your shop is sending you out with a paper towel over your tattoo or nothing at all, just know that that's, not acceptable, and that there should be something a little bit more care taken. So we are spending a lot of money to bring this product to everybody that we tattoo, and hopefully it shows in the work that we care to spend extra money on our end, that we're not passing that money on to you, but it's been worth it. So yeah, as far as getting people to sit still that do have problems sitting still, it's a case-by-case thing. Some people, if they just refuse to cooperate and they're just fighting the whole time, a lot of times we'll just have to call the session and have them come back on another day when they are able to sit better, because it makes the tattoo suffer. It's not a good experience for anybody, and you're not going to get as good of a tattoo if you're fighting it. Of course, if we can kind of coach people through it, and a little bit of moving is understandable, but if you do get that occasional person that just fights it the whole time, and it can mess up the tattoo, and we would rather have you come back another time when you could sit better, like if you're tired or hungry or just not having a good sit.
Yeah, some days people sit worse than others. Like sometimes they're just not feeling it.
Yeah,
it happens. No big deal.
Just have you come back. It's better than doing a something that's going to look like poop. Let's see.
So somebody up there asked how soon they can get in, or how soon they can make an appointment.
You could make an appointment for Caleb or Killian at within a week, a couple days, a week, couple weeks.
Yeah.
It just depends on the day of the week. If you're looking for Saturday.
Yeah, Saturdays are kind of booked up, but during the beginning of the week is usually fairly open. So
yeah,
Tuesday through
it depends on the day.
Thursday, really.
Yeah, I feel like we missed one.
It was does it take long to get an appointment?
And then I thought there was like another one that was a little bit best.
Can you tattoo over a scar?
Oh, that's okay. It depends on the scar. We prefer you come in so we could see it and actually touch the scar to get a sense of the texture of it, and then we could tell you what would work best over it. But generally, the scar needs to be 1 year old before we are able to tattoo over it. So if it's like a fresh scar from a surgery or a burn or injury, give it a year to settle in, and then we can tattoo it. Y'all ready to do the 3 tattoo artists on your back? Yeah, that'll have to take some plan, and we'll have to figure out how to make that work. We've done 2 people at a time, but I've never done a 3-person.
Yeah,
that's going to take a little bit of figuring out where we're not running into each other. So yeah. Oh yeah. So for the bookings, the guys, you could get in with them pretty quick, within a week, a couple weeks, depending on the day. With me, my books are currently closed. We open up my books once every month or couple months, and I take on maybe like a dozen new projects at a time. And then once we kind of wind down on those projects and I start seeing my schedule lighten up, that's when we open my books again, and then I take on another dozen new projects. It seems to be the best way that's been working out for the past year or so. It keeps my schedule from being booked out to months and months and months and months, and so I'm able to schedule a day off if I want to go do something and have fun. So yeah, Caleb's done 2 on me. Oh, it's Jeff again.
Somebody wants to know if we do piercing.
We do not do piercings anymore. We gave it a good try, and we initially weren't ever really in the market to do piercings, but then when Killian came along, that was something he did. So we, thought it'd be something good to, try out just to see if it would work for our business. And we did it, and it was just one of those things that we really like focusing just on the tattoos and focusing on what we do best. And it keeps things a little bit simpler for us business-wise to just focus on doing one thing and doing one thing really good, as opposed to trying to be everything to everybody. So we have a shop that we recommend everybody to get their piercings at. It's Almost Famous up in the Champaign Mall, and they have a great selection of jewelry and great piercers, and they have those nice long mall hours, so that way if you do have a problem, you can run up there and have them take care of it instead of having to wait over a whole weekend of being closed or something. So, yeah. Did I miss any questions?
No.
So another thing we wanted to mention while had you guys kind of watching is Laura and I and a couple other people in our Oddfellows Lodge, Anna Miller, Jim Means, a bunch of other people, we're all busy planning the next Odd Market. Woo! And Odd Market is going to be Saturday, August 18th. From 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and we're going to have twice the vendors this time, and we're going to have a stage, we're going to have rock and roll bands playing, Killer Bee Honey is going to be the headlining act. It's going to be pretty big and awesome. It's going to be kind of like a rock and roll themed one because our beneficiary will be First Gig, which is a rock and roll camp for kids that they hold in the summer at they do it at Milliken in Decatur, they do it in Champaign-Urbana, and they do it in Danville. And they, it's a nonprofit, and it's taught by professionals to give kids the music experience. And a lot of the bands that are going to be playing that day are going to be graduates of that program. And so we hope you guys can come out on August 18th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be downtown Tuscola or uptown Tuscola, whatever you prefer to call it. Community building. Like that whole block it's going to be a whole block. We're going to be right there. It's going to be big and awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. Trying to bring some really cool stuff to Tuscola.
What type of work are you looking to do? What are you looking for as far as a fresh challenge?
What are you looking for?
Black and gray stuff, scary stuff, really. I'd like to do some like biomech type stuff, like organic. I think that'd be fun.
Textury things.
Yeah, super textury and just gnarly looking. That'd be really fun.
I'm gonna do some creepy creepies.
Some creepy creepies.
Yeah, nicely scary.
Yeah.
As far as challenges, like I'm always good. You know, I'm always down to do a good cover up of something big, giant, yucky that I can go even bigger and gianter with. You know, like if somebody's got something that they want to turn into like a full back piece or a full sleeve, and it's got a complicated cover up involved with it. You know, that's been something I've been doing a lot of lately and enjoying. People that you know, I think they've come to expect me as the cover up guy. And that's I love the challenge of cover up and turning something that makes people embarrassed about that part of their body into something they're proud to show off. So yeah, portraits. I'm always down to do some portraits, realistic stuff. That realistic traditional hybrid kind of style. I'm down to do. Like I'm pretty much down for most anything. That's like a bigger scale, more involved project that that I'm focusing on these past few years. So I've been getting a lot of awesome work lately. So I appreciate that everybody's got really cool ideas that they let me kind of run with. So. Yeah.
When will the VK coffee shop open?
That'd be awesome.
That would be so cool. If there's anybody out there who wants to run a coffee shop and let us know. I mean, heck, it's nothing we can run. I don't know poo about.
I think if we had one here, we would just drink up all the coffee.
Right.
We wouldn't make any money.
We'd be broke.
Yeah.
But no, it'd be awesome to have a coffee shop in downtown Tuscola, and I think there's definitely a market for it. If there's anybody out there, we've got some great buildings available. I'd be happy to put you in touch with the right people. So yeah, I think coffee shop in downtown or uptown. I keep calling it downtown. Uptown Tuscola. I think that would be a very good asset to have.
Yeah, I think so too. Coffee shop.
Coffee shop, please. I'm not even a big coffee person, but yes.
So I saw somebody. Did you see the one about the glow in the dark?
Glow in the dark, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the UV ink, yeah. We were they wanting to know about it, or
is it a gimmick?
It's a gimmick, total gimmick. How often are you around a black light? Not that often. It's something that to have a tattoo that looks like it was colored in with like Sharpie or not Sharpie, like highlighters. For your whole life that only looks cool. Maybe a couple instances that you're like in a club or a bar, that has a black light, or your bedroom maybe. I don't know. Like, if you want your tattoo to look like that, just take highlighter pens and color it in yourself, you know, because blacklight ink is not, you know, it's not the same thing as what we tattoo with. It's like a whole other substance, and we just don't choose to mess with that.
Who does dainty with lots of color?
Dainty with lots of color. It depends on how dainty, because a lot of these micro tattoos that are being posted that are like really small, delicate little flowers that are all done with like single needle and stuff that are very like pastel. They look, I mean, we try to steer people a little bit away from those because they look awesome when they're fresh, and the pictures online are really dope, and I totally respect those artists who are able to do those, but they're not designed or executed in a way that's made to withstand, you know, even a couple years. I mean, I guess that'll make them easy to cover up.
Yeah.
But I mean, dainty in color. I mean, you know, any of you guys could do something that's small, color
totally.
things. But it's within limitations, because a lot of those people that you see those pictures of, that's all they do. That's their specialty, and it's not only is it an unrealistic expectation of what other artists can do, it's an unreal expectation of what a tattoo is going to look like over past the healing phase.
Yeah, I would say like half a year probably.
Yeah,
it's the shelf life.
You get a good sunburn on those, and then next thing you know,
just completely gone.
So, but you can look through our portfolios and you can see the level of detail to space that is achievable. There's kind of certain limitations that human flesh has for tattooing, and we try to respect that and try to get a tattoo that will look good for, you know, give it a, you know, at least try to get it looking good for like 15, 20 years, you know, before it needs to get a touch up. That's the ultimate goal. Like, a tattoo's not going to look good forever, you know. It's like anything you buy, you're going to have to do some maintenance on it. But if you got to do maintenance on a tattoo after a couple years, you're just kind of wasting your money almost. It's kind of, yeah. So we got a question here.
What's the average length of time for a full back piece?
That totally depends on what the back piece is and how big the back is. You know, like, are you filling the whole back with stuff, or are you, you know, doing something that's like big and open and loose? Like, I don't time a lot of my pieces overall. You know, I just kind of keep track per session. But like, there was a back piece I did keep track of that was like a full St. Michael painting back piece, and I think it was black and gray, and it was on an average size male, and I think that was 24 hours of work that was done over a period of several months, just to give you a loose idea. You know, I mean, it totally depends on what it is, though. So,
Jess.
You could get a sleeve in a day. Jess Lockhart is our guest artist who's going to be coming out next week on May 7th. Is that Friday? Next Friday in a week?
5th.
The 5th? What is that day? Next Friday, Jess will be here. So it's Friday, Saturday, and then Tuesday. I think she's pretty much booked up. So you'll have to see. But she's just making a joke about getting a sleeve in a day for $100.
How hard is it?
One line.
Just one line. That's all you're getting.
How hard is it to do a cover up and to actually cover the original ink if there's a lot of scarring from the original tattoo?
That's a good question. It's definitely, it can be a little bit more challenging if there's a lot of scarring from the original tattoo. It depends on how dark the tattoo is and what I have to do object-wise to... It's not that you're really covering it, it's more like you're camouflaging it and kind of blending it out. If it's really heavily scarred, like if it's like, for example, like if somebody has really thick black lettering on them and it's just raises up, you know, a lot whenever it's hot out. Unfortunately, even with the new tattoo over it, even if you don't see the black or whatever anymore and it's all blended out, sometimes you can still see that raised up lettering or whatever a little bit, and that's just if it's permanently raised up, it's gonna, unfortunately, you'll always see that difference in texture. But I do my best to try to kind of distract the eye away from those problem areas and kind of smoke and mirrors it. So
Jess will be here the 4th.
the 4th, okay. So I'm really bad with what day that is.
4th, 5th, and 8th.
4th, 5th, and 8th. Sweet.
So how did you learn? How long have you done this form of art?
You want to go first?
Well, he taught me everything. How long have I been doing this? Like, not quite 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Like 1 3/4 years, I don't know. Something like that. So not quite 2 years. And like I said, Ainslie taught me everything I know, so.
And I think that's a good time to bring out, we have a new apprentice.
Bring her in.
So let's bring our new so that's Tosh, and
That was a nice view.
Tosh just started here a couple weeks ago and is our new apprentice. So you'll have to keep an eye on what she's doing. Friend her on Facebook. What was the question? Like how long?
How long have you been doing it, and how did you learn?
I apprenticed as well. I've been tattooing for over 14 years at this point, and coming up in July will be 15 years that I started my apprenticeship, because it was 2003? Yeah, summer 2003 is when I started my apprenticeship, because it was a year, I graduated in 2002 from college. Yep. So I apprenticed at a shop in New Jersey. I worked there. My apprenticeship was 2 years, and I worked there for 2 years after that. And that's basically what I require of the guys in Tosh, will be that they have to stay with me after they graduate for 2 years to kind of get their graduate degree, if you will. I apprenticed, traditional way. I learned how to make needles. I, learned how all the old stuff that nobody even needs to know anymore. It's cool to learn the old way, but it's a lot of stuff that's, it's cool. I know how to do, I can boil down ink if I need to, but when am I going to do that? It's horrible. So so I have a wealth of useless knowledge for the tattoo trade that is now outdated, but at least I know it. So, yep.
So Jess said she was done trolling us and that we rule.
Studs.
Oh, studs. She calls us studs.
Oh. That was her last troll.
Ainsley is a hashtag badass.
Hashtag badass. Oh. How much for touch-ups? So our touch-up policy for tattoos that we have done is if it's something that happened during the healing and you need to get it touched, like something just healed out weird or whatever, come in within the first 6 months and we will do a touch-up for free. And after that, if it's something that either you got done at another shop or it's something that's several years old, just send us a picture of what you got, and it just depends on how much you want to spend on it. And because a lot of times if you touch something up that's several years old, you got to kind of go around different places on the tattoo and touch up a lot of different stuff, so you don't have like this one little spot that's fresh and like shining like a beacon and then everything else is muted down. You have to kind of do a little bit everywhere if it's a piece that's got some age on it, to make it all look uniform and not have like something that's going to stick out like a sore thumb worse than the part that needed touching up. So that's a vague answer, Kevin. But if you want to send us a picture of what you got and what you want done to it, then we can give you a more accurate kind of answer. So, stepped on your toe.
Yep.
So, hey, Lizard's watching. Hi, Liz. And got Stacy Swinford. So we got a lot of people watching. Cool. Anybody else got any questions?
What's your favorite tattoo you ever done?
Oh God, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I don't know. I'd have to look.
That's a constantly.
Yeah, it's like constantly changing.
Yeah,
so it's hard to.
It's hard to. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I have ones that are like long-term favorites, and then they kind of even those get replaced. So I think anything that like I'm able to kind of push myself in outside my comfort zone and pull it off well and learn something, I think those are really my favorites.
So I think this was probably one of my favorites that I've done recently.
That's a very
I
nice
was
one.
really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, the recent favorite is this one for sure.
Let's see, Shelly wants to know, how hard is it to cover a dark tattoo? It depends on what the tattoo is. If it's like a solid area of dark, or if it's like something like lettering. And it also depends on what you're wanting to cover it with and how big you're willing to go. And that's for dark stuff. If you're able to go a lot bigger with the new thing, that helps out tremendously, because you could go dark and camouflage and then draw the eye off to other stuff. But if you want to look at my website, that I have a whole website dedicated to cover-ups because I do so many of them, and I seem to be the only idiot in the world that really loves doing them. If you go to redoyourtattoo.com, and you can check out a lot of my cover-ups that I've done over the years, and you could see what I have done and what's possible. But the main theme is if you could go bigger than what you got, that's going to buy you a lot of options. Whereas if you're trying to keep it a conservative, pretty much the same size as what's there, that's going to really limit what is possible, especially with a dark tattoo. So, thank you, Kevin.
What's the hardest place on the body you've ever tattooed?
There's a couple spots that are pretty hard. I mean,
like the rib area, like a little bit below the ribs, between
Yeah.
the hip bone. That's not fun for the tattooer or the person getting tattooed.
like
really.
Lower stomach area is really hard. That used to be a really popular place for people to get tattooed back when I started, and it is such a hard place to tattoo because there's nothing hard underneath it, like ribs or like a structure underneath it to like stretch the skin against. It's just like you press and try to stretch your skin and it just goes down, because there's just guts there. And every breath the person takes, every like little tense up, they tense up a little bit, it affects the skin. And I would say like lower stomach area is, for me, probably the toughest place that I've experienced. I don't know who that
It's
is.
a singer from Tool.
Oh, Maynard! I totally misread that. Who looks like Maynard? I don't even know what Maynard looks like.
I'm gonna look
He
it up
looks
right now.
different like every time we see him, I feel like.
Okay, I was gonna
Like
say, I
he's
don't think I've ever
constantly-
seen a picture of him. Like-
Constantly changing the way he looks.
Here you go.
Yes, yeah. He's bald. Okay, so he's got a little bit of a faux hawk there. Okay.
Yeah, I think he looks different every picture I see him. So
Oh, a bunch just like shot by. So I missed stuff.
Oh.
Let's play catch up here real quick. A couple things zoom by.
Shelly's gonna take a look at your site. Your realistic portraits are my favorite.
Well, thank you.
And Charlie, had a hard time with when you were tattooing his leg.
He kept kicking me. Yeah, and yeah, we try to have people, please don't kick us. Like our face is probably right down there when we're tattooing you. And yeah, please don't kick us. Or
not been kicked yet. So
no,
that's
you
good.
haven't been kicked yet. No, I've been smacked and punched and pinched. But
This is all the same client.
it was all the same client.
Caleb has the prettiest eyes ever.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go blushy and
Oh
shy.
yeah. Laura.
Do you guys still accept pizzas as tips? Of course we do.
Yeah.
Why would we not accept pizzas as tips? Yes, we
Not all you're gonna get. Please.
offerings of food are always welcome for tips. You still have to pay for your tattoo with real money, but yes. I don't even remember what I was tattooing on Charlie Dale's leg. What did I tattoo on your leg? I remember what I did on your arm. I can't even remember. So what else we got? So yeah, we got Killian is kind of creeping in the background too. So if you have any questions for Killian, you can ask, or if you have any questions for Tosh or Laura, you can ask those as well.
Thank you. It's always nice when the clients are happy.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kevin, if you're happy with what we've all done on you, make sure you and this is for anybody who's happy with the work we've done. Make sure you leave reviews for us on our Facebook page and on Google and Yelp and all that other kind of stuff, but mainly like on the Google listing and on our Facebook page. That would be awesome. So that way we can, make sure other people can read about your positive experience and, know that we're, the shop to go to get, a good tattoo. So
It was a native eagle type tattoo.
Native eagle.
Oh, I remember now. It was okay, I do remember it now. Yes, okay.
First thing you ever tattooed?
First thing I ever tattooed was on my friend Brian Sobieski on his lower stomach hip area. It was two little black skulls that he had like a tattoo that was connecting these two little black skulls with spider webs too. So yeah, there's a picture of it if you like dig around my pictures. I posted a heel picture when he came out and visited a couple years ago.
The first thing I ever tattooed was a cat silhouette. It was super simple and I probably messed it up.
Well, that's why first tattoos are usually like a little solid black thing. So if you mess it up, it's not the worst thing to try to fix.
Oh, thank you, Heather. Thanks.
Oh, thanks, Charlie. I'm glad you're very happy with your work. Let's see. What we
Need
got
to
here.
get in to see you all soon. Love you guys to the max.
Thank you, Donna.
Hi, Laura.
I think Laura would probably say hi, but she just wandered back downstairs.
Kevin is always recommending them.
Awesome, and
Nice.
that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Like, we really don't do any like traditional advertising. We're pretty lucky that we do keep very, very busy, and it's all because of you guys and telling all your friends and family to come to us, and like recommendations and referrals. That's our bread and butter is you guys going out and telling everybody about us, because nothing does a better job of making somebody want to come to your tattoo shop than seeing a piece that somebody else got that they're really stoked on. And that's awesome. Yeah, keep spreading the good word that we're down here in Tuscola trying to do the awesome tattoos for everybody. So
What's your favorite type of tattoo to do?
Black and gray stuff. Like to do more realistic stuff. Just black and gray, anything pretty much. Like doing that.
I like pretty much everything. There's stuff that is more tedious and might stress me out, but the end result is awesome. And there might be stuff that's like a little bit more like I don't want to say like boring, but like it's just like you're more like monotonous. I guess that's a better word. But the end result looks totally dope, so it's totally worth it. Like if you're like filling in something big and solid and black, you just gotta stay focused. Just like go into that zen place and try not to go too fast or too slow. And even though it's not the most exciting thing to tattoo, the end result is like amazing looking. So I enjoy the different experiences that come with each different style. Hey Killian, what's your favorite style?
I like everything with line work, and I also like doing color realistic floral and stuff.
So if you guys didn't hear what Killian said, he likes everything with line work, and he likes doing realistic color floral type stuff too. So, and you've been doing a lot of really cool like neo-trad type pieces lately, and awesome colorful stuff that really, sophisticated color palette stuff.
What's hanging on the wall behind you?
That is just a what would you call it? Like a tapestry thing that we wanted to kind of make it look pretty in here. Oh, Charlie, I went to Illinois, not Ohio. So yeah, I had to go through Ohio to get to Illinois, but I never stayed there though. So yeah, no, it was Illinois that I went to when I left Stroudsburg. So.
Would you rather a client tell you exactly what they want or give you free reign?
Well, I don't know if you're any different than me.
I would prefer that they give me a very solid direction to go, and then just kind of let me do my own thing within the limits of what they give me. I wouldn't want to just like tattoo something random on somebody. Like I want them to want to like what they get.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how I am too. It's like if somebody like is like, oh my god, you know how to draw? Draw me something, and then you're just like, what do you want? I don't know. You know, it's kind of like that. And yeah, I definitely am one of those people that like if you give me like a little bit of a direction at least at minimum, and then at that point, you know, like give me a box and I'll like break outside of that box, but I need a box first to break outside of, if that makes sense. So total free reign is almost like it's like too much. You know, I need like a starting point to then run away from. So.
Matt wants Killian in the video.
Where did you get the tapestry? This is actually for sale in the store. We just borrowed it for filming purposes today.
We'll switch out Killian.
Sure.
It's like $20, right, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could, this lovely tapestry, you could purchase for $20. It's even longer than that. It's got all sorts of cool kind of secret society, occulty, esoteric symbol type stuff on it. It's pretty neat. So I have one myself, actually, that I need to hang up upstairs in my apartment. So Kevin says, I didn't think I would like black and white, but after having it done, I love it the best. Well, that's awesome. It's you know, always interesting to kind of be surprised by, you know, things that you don't like, and then once you kind of understand it a little bit better, then you do come to respect it and even enjoy it a lot. So it's, you know, there's a lot of stuff that when I started I didn't think I would like, and I like doing it a lot. You know? So. Matt Durbin, you guys rock. I'll be in soon for some work. Nice. Yep. Whenever you're ready, just let us know, and Laura will get you set up with somebody. So, and yeah, that's one thing that we definitely, you know, Laura's like our secret weapon. I said you're like our secret weapon because Laura's the one who runs all our social media and answers your phone calls, answers your questions online, and sets you up with your appointments, and is our go-between, so that way, you know, we can focus on tattooing during the day, and there's somebody at least at the ready to answer any questions you have during the day and get you set up with your appointments, so that way, you know, everybody can be attended to. So, you know, we're definitely, you know, lucky to have Laura there to keep everybody, keep the ship sailing smooth. Yeah, like the bouncer / manager / PR person. Yeah, and let's see what
Not doing piercings anymore.
yeah, we decided to phase out the piercings just because we tried them, and after a while it was just kind of, you know, we decided it wasn't, you know, a good fit for what we, you know, are doing, and it was kind of taking us away from other aspects of the tattooing that we wanted to focus on more, and so we decided to let a person who pierces full-time handle it instead of us trying to balance it as like another plate to spin. And so I think, you know, I know it was a disappointment to some people, but we're able to focus better on the tattoo side of business and do that best. So contact me so I could buy a tattoo. Oh, Janet wants to buy the tapestry. Okay, Laura has already responded.
Thank you.
Oh, I just saw a thing. Yeah. So, cool. With some things. We should like put more products up here to sell. What's the most expensive thing we have in the store? It's like QVC. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So like some other things that we do differently at Vintage Karma that you might not experience at other shops. We book all our clients through an online system that sends everybody reminder messages. You get one right when you set up the appointment. You get a reminder text, and then 2 days, I think it's 2 days before your appointment, you get a reminder text. So that way you don't have to worry about forgetting your appointment. And anybody who comes in for a tattoo, we have a Coke cooler downstairs with a variety of beverages. And everybody getting tattooed gets a free bottle of whatever Coke, Powerade, Monster. We got like
water.
Yeah, I mean, like, where else can you go and get like a free Monster? You know,
Right.
when you're buying, you're buying your tattoo, but like, with your purchase, complimentary. Yeah, just little creature comforts like that. We try to, make it, make you feel welcome.
Kevin says, my wolf howling, and after Caleb touched it up and added the trees around it, really brought out the beauty in it.
Awesome. Cool.
Nice.
Yay.
Do you still have the Pennywise painting? I would have bought it that day I saw it, but I'm broke.
Yes, I do still have it.
He still has it.
We can't ship it.
Yeah,
It's still here.
It's still here.
yeah. He still has the Pennywise painting. It cannot be shipped because it's so big, but you are welcome to come back and get it. Oh, Amy loves the text reminders. Yeah, we do too.
Killian's first tattoo.
What was your first tattoo?
First tattoo that I did, here was a little tiny dagger on my friend, and he got as pale as a ghost at like 2 lines
right.
in. It was pretty funny, but he powered through it, and we got through it. It turned out good.
Hi, Mommy. Mom's watching. See you, Charlie. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I miss Strasbourg too, but it's definitely crazy how life takes you different places and different directions. So yeah, it's a crazy ride. Who'd have thought?
Happy for me.
VK. I don't know what Jonathan Lugner was saying. Tappy for me.
Tapestry.
Oh, okay.
Favorite tattoo on your own self?
Mine's always like my newest one. It's this one is my newest recent one. It's a Japanese Nambuki. Got it from Josh Elkins in Indiana. Great artist.
Let's see.
I'm sure it'll change soon though. As soon as I get a new one, it's always my new favorite.
I can't really. I don't know what my favorite one is. I mean, I like all of them that I have, and I'm not like super covered like Killian is. But I mean, I've got my vintage karma that Big Me's did across my chest that I took 2 trips to Dayton, Ohio to get, and that was a cool experience for me for the first time to fully trust another artist to do their thing, because people give me that respect every day of the week, and for me to let down my guard because I'm a super controlling type person, and so for me it was an exercise to let somebody else do their thing and me to stay out of it, and it was, I think, a good experience for me. So yeah. Let's see, got some other people there. Any questions we missed?
No.
Cool. So you got anything fun to say?
Not that I can think of.
But yeah, it's crazy. We've been open here in Tuscola for over 6 years now. We just hit our 6th anniversary in Tuscola, and so in July we'll be coming up on 11 years of Vintage Karma. Started in Pennsylvania, and I was in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania for a handful of years, and then moved out here. And yeah, so it's awesome that business is growing and we're doing really good, and we've got awesome clients, and we got a really awesome team. We all get along really well, which is cool. There's no shop drama. That's the last thing you need. Hear war stories of people going to other shops and like the tattoo artist is having a fight with his like ex-wife, while they're tattooing and stuff. And we try to keep it really chill and keep our focus on you guys and have a good time and take the art seriously.
Tips for anyone wanting their first tattoo?
Definitely find an artist you're comfortable with and look at their portfolios. Make sure that the artist you're going to is the artist that is best suited to the tattoo that you're looking to get. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
I always say kind of get an idea of what style you like. Just take a few minutes to Google some different options of the imagery that you're wanting, and whether it's black and gray, color realism, traditional, neo-traditional, new school. There's so many different ways to go about it. Just kind of get a feel for where you want to go with it, and then that allows you to have a better idea of which artist to go to as well.
And if anybody's unsure if they want to come here and they know they want a tattoo and they just don't know which artist they want to go to, Laura can help you. She'll ask you some questions and figure out which one of us is best suited to the piece you're looking to get. So, it's, we can help you with that as well. So, we all do different things. So there's some things that, Killian would be, better suited for, or some things that Caleb would be better suited for, or me. It depends on the piece and depends on what you're wanting to get. So, we try to put you with the right artist for you. Make sure it's, of course, if you got somebody you're like, I want to go to this person, we'll try to honor that as well. So, yeah.
Kevin's son just joined the army and he wants to come to you guys for his first tattoo.
Okay.
Okay, this cousin in Ohio is giving a hello to you and to your mama, Judy.
Was it Melissa?
Yep.
Hi, Missy.
Your mom thinks you need a YouTube channel.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I can do this all the time.
Too much pressure.
I like doing it on this because, we can actually interact with people. So that's fun.
Ian recognized the nail art on the right side of the screen.
Oh, yeah. I did that in college. That's a piece I made in college for my woodworking class. So,
Donna, the energy in your studio is awesome. I'll be back to see Killian. My first tattoos were from you. If you were not in Tuscola, I would still be tattoo free. My recommendation would be to visit VK. It's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for that, and make sure you tell all your friends. Another thing is right now the News Gazette has a Reader's Choice contest going on, and we've got links if you kind of scroll down on the VK page to vote for Vintage Karma as your favorite tattoo studio. So we encourage everybody to find that link, or maybe we could even have Laura link it below on the thread at some point, to vote for Vintage Karma as your favorite tattoo studio for the News Gazette reader area. So we got a lot of good competition, but just trying to get our name out there to make sure everybody knows about us and knows what we're doing down here. And let's see, that's the same thing. So and if anybody has any, once again, anybody who has any questions about Vintage Karma, any questions about Odd Market, any questions about us, just let us know. We're totally here to try to kind of educate you and make sure everybody is well informed on everything that we do. So it's weird. It's weird when I hear your or come up with the thing playing. Oh, shoot! Put the thing. Kathy. Oh yeah, I know. I miss you, Kathy. Hopefully someday you and Tony can come out and we can, just hang out or tattoo you or something.
I need a tattoo, never had one. I've heard they hurt, so I'm scared. I'm looking at designs that I like. What size would you recommend for your first tattoo? My daughter has gotten 2 from Killian.
Oh, okay. So, if you're scared, definitely if you don't want to, commit to something too big, you could always start with something small, just to kind of like a taste test kind of thing. Another thing you could do is I tell people that it's like getting a really hot cat scratch, or somebody scratching on a sunburn. So some parts are painful, but mostly it's just annoying and really irritating. So if you pick something smaller that can be done in 15-20 minutes, then at least it's going to be a short duration. So that way you don't have to worry about committing to something big and then not feeling like you could complete it. So, yep. Let's see. Mom says good to put up the links. Everybody remembers to vote. Yes, please vote for us. And what else? Nobody's got any questions. So let's see. What else should we mention? We mentioned the text thing. We mentioned Sanoderm and the free drinks. We got good music. Good variety of music.
Free parking.
Yeah. Handicapped accessible. That's that's a good thing. Any fundraisers coming up? That's a good one. Right now we are focusing on Odd Market, and so that is we're in case all you guys don't know, we're very involved in doing charitable works through the Oddfellows. We have an Oddfellows Lodge upstairs, and Tosh, Laura, and I are members of the lodge, and so we are all focusing on doing Odd Market, which is the big fundraiser for the year for the Oddfellows Lodge, and we will be donating the proceeds of that for the Odd Market to First Gig, the rock camp for kids that is throughout the region, and so that's the big fundraiser we're focusing on right now. We don't have any tattoo fundraisers right now lined up. We did one back in January for Macon County Youth Pride, and then we did one, was it back in the fall that we did for Emily? For Camp New Hope, we did a fundraiser for Camp New Hope. So we do several tattoo-related fundraisers usually during the year. Sometimes it's combined with the Oddfellows, and sometimes it's just us on our own. So we usually have something we're working on that is a charitable thing. Even if the Vintage Karma name isn't directly attached to it, we are always doing charitable works.
What was the one we did with the tarot lady?
That was for Macon County Youth Pride.
Didn't somebody also
Does
went
Caleb
to,
and Killian do cover-ups? Sorry.
you're the fun girl.
Yeah, I do cover-ups.
Yep.
Pretty frequent, actually. So yeah, we're all capable of doing them.
Yeah, everybody can do cover-ups here. I train them in that because it's such a big part of the business. So yeah, and if it's something that they don't feel comfortable with, then they'll let me know, and it'll be one that people wait for me, or we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Your mom's praising you.
Aw, thanks, mommy. So yeah, we definitely try to be very approachable, easy to get a hold of. If you need to get a hold of us, we've got email, Facebook, phone, all that kind of stuff that you can. Instagram, yeah. So we try to be as available as possible if you have any questions or anything. The only time there might be a wait is if it's either if it's our day off and we're just want to make sure we're answering questions all at one time for the shop page. We always check it during the weekend, so even if it is our day off, you might just have to wait till the next day, usually at the longest. So you usually don't ever have to wait longer than 24 hours to hear back from us for anything. So we try to be super accessible.
Summer is loving all of her tattoos from BK. Had a really bad tattoo that was covered up beautifully. Highly recommend BK.
Thanks, Summer. So hopefully with Summer, when we get your arm done, then we'll take care of your Ron front. We got another cover-up that I would love to do. So, hopeful. Hey, my daddy's here too. My folks is watching. So yeah, we definitely, try to be friendly and not, the standoffish typical idea of what people think of as tattoo artists that are, too cool for school, or, we're not going to tell you your idea is stupid or be mean about it. But if something is, maybe with your idea isn't longevity issue or translating into a tattoo wise, we'll tell you and we'll be honest, but we're not gonna be dicks about it. So
Explain Goat Man to me. Memorial tattoos are awesome from BK.
yeah, we do a lot of those as well, memorial tattoos. And one thing we try to do with those is try to kind of you're summing up your relationship with a person in one image. And so a lot of times it's easy to want to pile in names and dates and all this stuff when we try to kind of come up with a more creative solution sometimes, so that way it doesn't end up just being a laundry list of information and stats about a person. So you could focus more on images that convey your relationship with a person in that experience, so you have something that's really special.
If a person takes blood thinners, can it affect getting a tattoo?
It can. In some cases, with doctor approval, of course. Like we might ask somebody to, if they're able to stop taking the blood thinners for a few days before the tattoo, and then they could resume them right afterwards. But we've also tattooed people that were unable to stop taking the blood thinners. So it just makes it a little messier.
Anna Miller wants to know, what do you recommend to people coming in with a tattoo idea, style, elements as far as the amount of direction you like people to come in with? When is it too much and starts to take away from the artistry of the tattoo artist?
That's really good, Anna. So definitely, like, I think it's, for me personally, I like when people come in with a bunch of stuff, but they're also flexible. So that way, you know, I'm not penned into a corner and just become like a replicating machine, but it gives me an opportunity to kind of see what people think, but then to kind of maybe let a little bit of that magic happen as well. And, you know, I think most of the time people are really, you know, open to what we have to say. And, you know, because if somebody comes in and asks for something that's like just completely out of like our wheelhouse, you know, like if somebody came to me, for example, and like wanted like a Guy Aitchison style, you know, full back piece of bio-organic with all this stuff, like, yeah, it's going to take me a little while to come. That's like, I would say that was probably my weakest area stylistically. I've not done much bio-organica, biomechanical organica, Guy Aitchison style stuff. And probably since we're in Illinois and he's in Illinois, I'd be like, you know what, Guy Aitchison's a couple hours south of here. If I were you, I'd go to him for that. But no, it's really good to have at least a little bit of a direction. I mean, if people are like, you know, I want this image, this style, with this, and this, like, that's cool. But not so much to the point where, like, they bring in a tattoo off of, like, their phone, and they're like, I want this tattoo that this other person has just like this. I want it just like this. That's where we draw the line. And we will not copy anybody's tattoo directly that somebody else has. We definitely want to respect the original artist and the original client of that image, because that's their tattoo, that's their special image, and that's their special meaning. And we can use that as inspiration, and we will definitely love to be inspired by other artists' work, but we just don't want to rip it off. We want to give you something unique that's for you, that's not a duplicate or a second-rate copy or whatever of what somebody else has.
You guys do portraits?
Yes, we do portraits. Killian recently did a neo-traditional style portrait of Frida Kahlo. That was really cool.
I would be so down to do more like neo-traditional style portraits, or even just kind of more old school even looking. But yeah, I'd be down for that.
And then
more.
Caleb likes to do like the horror portraits.
Yeah, definitely some black and gray stuff. That'd be fun.
And I could do whatever portrait you throw at me. I'm able to take, within reason, I could even take kind of your not that great image and try to create that into a tattoo. Because I know a lot of people, especially for people who've passed away, you don't have maybe the best image to work from, and I just got to make that work. So yep, a lot of portraits.
Discuss your medical tattoos you can do.
So my dad's wanted me to discuss the fact that if somebody has either they've had breast reconstruction surgery but they don't have nipples, I can tattoo photorealistic 3D nipples on breast cancer survivors. If somebody's had like a pigmentation issue, like for vitiligo or something, we could mix a color to try to match up as closely to fill in those spots, to try to disguise them as best as can, so that way make people feel more comfortable in their skin. So, yep. Oh, so Laura wants us to mention that we are, as far as some merch we got coming up, we are designing some Vintage Karma hats, and we're going to be doing a launch party in conjunction with the Rumors Hat Shop in Champaign. And this is also, Laura's also wanting us to know this. It's last call for questions, so we can wrap this up.
Oh, you may sound mean.
You're so mean. So we're trying to limit this for an hour, so we don't rattle on and on for forever. Even though I could probably sit up here and rattle off for like 3 hours, but that would be boring. So yeah, so we're gonna have some pretty cool hats coming up soon that we're working on designing from a really awesome hat company that makes really unique ball caps. So you'll have to keep an eye out for those. We're excited about that. We got to get some more shirts made. We got some awesome stickers in the shop right now.
Good Q&A.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work, you guys. Are doing nothing but respect for VK and you guys.
Thank you, man. That's awesome. So yeah. So anybody got any more questions afterwards? You know, we can, you know, either try to answer it in the comments or you know, maybe just save it to next time we do one of these. You know.
You don't have to wrap up right this second. But
Okay.
You know.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm good to go. So, yeah, so, yeah, if anybody's got any last minute questions, just, you know, pipe in right now and we'll get to them. Or, like I said, if this is on the, I guess, the non-live feed, the replay or whatever, the regular viewee thing, just put it in the comments and we'll try to get back to you with that. And yeah, so if anybody's on Instagram, if you want to follow us on Instagram, the shop Instagram is at Vintage Karma Tattoos. My Instagram is at Vintage Karma. Laura is at Shop Vintage Karma. You are?
I am Killsworth at Killsworth _ It looks like that.
And Caleb is...
I'm looking it up right now.
Aren't you Caleb.Voorhees?
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb.Voorhees.
Caleb.Voorhees. And then if you want to follow Tosh...
At Gardeline.
I think yours.
My
Tosh is the
username
weapon?
is Tosh is the weapon.
Okay,
I
so...
think it's in
I'll put a link in the comments.
Okay, Laura put a link in the comments.
Take care of that.
And also make sure you know, we also have a full website that's got a lot of questions and answers on it and a lot of information about us. At Art of Vintage, or it's not at, oh my god, as artofvintagekarma.com is our, you know, our regular website. So artofvintagekarma.com. You can even get to it using vintagekarmatattoos.com. Goes to the same spot. If you want to go to my cover up website, it is redoyourtattoo.com. And is there anything else we should mention? Odd Market, Saturday, August 18th. Which is going to be awesome and kind of 80s rock themed. And I think we're going to bounce houses.
Food trucks.
Yeah. And we're going to have food. Oh, yeah. So we're working on getting some food trucks and like a fancy beer tent. Like not like a Bud Light tent.
Craft beer.
It's going to be craft beer.
And wine.
Craft beer and wine. So it's going to be like fancy beers and wine and food trucks. We don't have, you know, we haven't gotten quite to anybody yet to get confirmed, but yeah, so we're gonna make a big old awesome craft DIY handmade vintage rock music awesome fundraiser, free to the public. You know, you could come and not spend a penny but enjoy the day, and that's going to be through the Tuscola Oddfellows. And so if you want to know more about the Oddfellows, just let us know. I could send you more links than you care to ever look at. And let's see.
Your mom says bye, baby.
My mom.
Claire says, hi, Ainsley. My autocorrect changes your name to Winslow.
I get a lot of weird autocorrects of my name, so that's not the worst one, Claire. So Winslow. I've got Winslie. That's probably my favorite autocorrect of my name. Winslie. It's like Winsley. So yeah. Let's see, Brianna. You can ask Vita's Mexican food truck in Arcola. Ooh, okay. Hey Laura.
Yep.
Brianna Kane.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks Brianna. We will look into them. That's awesome because we definitely want to get some like local people in there. So, yep. And glad to see that is your real Facebook and that wasn't like a duplicate fake person that friended me yesterday. So that's the real Brianna Kane. So, yep, cool. So I think we're good to go. If anybody's got anything, we'll probably... Zach shows up last minute. Hi, Zach.
Laura posted all of her things on there,
Oh,
so everyone has
badass.
it.
Yay, thanks, Laura. See, Laura's awesome. She keeps everything awesome, so
I try.
she tries. So, yeah, I think we got a pretty good team here, so
Definitely.
we're all right.
It's okay.
It's okay. Meh. Adequate. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and yeah. Pauline's and Arthur. Is that the wine place? Okay. Well, awkward pause. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna let it go, and so we'll have to do this again soon sometime. I think this seems to work out really well to do these little live videos and get to chat with folks and get to see us and talk to us. And so, all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.